Hello friends, my name is Julie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys part of my fitness journey, and this is going to be a new series where I just track what I'm doing to stay fit and active. The inspiration for sharing all of this came from a virtual race that I signed up for back in May called the Great Virtual Race Across Tennessee. The premise of the race is to walk, hike, or run 1,000 kilometers, well, just over 1,000 kilometers from tip to tip of the state of Tennessee. And at first it seemed like a daunting task, and I questioned why I had even signed up for it. The math worked out to having to walk or run about 8 kilometers a day, every day from May 1st to August 31st in order to complete the distance in time. Well, turns out when I have a challenge ahead of me and some goals to meet, I just don't stop until I achieve them.
Incorrect. Sometimes I actually just quit altogether and pretend that it never happened.
Throughout the process, it really made me more aware of what I'm actually capable of doing when I set my mind to something. I always made excuses, and maybe you have too, maybe you can relate to this. I always made excuses that I didn't have enough time, or that I just couldn't do it. I wasn't fit enough, whatever. I always had some excuse why I couldn't exercise or increase my weight training or reach those fitness goals. I always just threw my arms up in the air and said, forget it, this isn't gonna work. And this virtual race really proved to me that when I have a goal and something to finish and work towards, I'm really able to do whatever I put my mind to. I kind of was in a really good mindset that I was able to shift my focus and say, let me just set some goals and let me just smash them. I just want upper body strength because I feel like my arms are flabby and yeah, I can flex, but I don't know, it doesn't feel very strong. I'm not calling it a weight loss journey because that's not my goal, is to lose weight. My goal is to increase mobility, increase flexibility, and increase strength and endurance. So those are my goals. It's very much a fitness journey. They are fitness goals. Will the consequences be weight loss? Maybe, but that's not the only thing I want to look at and measure throughout this process. All of that being said, I will put my current weight and measurements down in the description so you can see, you can have a reference point. I will update that information throughout this process. So as a starting point, I had my best friend, Crystal.
Am I in the shot?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
Like a silly person, told her I wanted her to run me through a workout.
So Julie asked me if I would put her through a workout when she came to visit me in Sudbury this weekend. And I was like, are you sure?
She has known me for so long and she knows that I tend to not push myself and I tend to phone things in. So she ran me through this workout and I was actually surprised at how well I did. We had a lot of fun with it.
It's fine. It's just gonna be a super fun workout. We're just gonna go through some jump roping to get the heart rate up. We're gonna do some resistance training, and we're gonna kind of gauge where her fitness level is at in terms of strength right now so that she can readjust her goals and figure out exactly what it is she needs to do to meet them.
I'll put the entire workout that we did down in the description just so you can have an idea of what it is that we did. It was a mix of some cardio and some strength building. Like Crystal said, we had some fun with it and just really wanted to test where my fitness is for now. So jumping rope was not at all my favorite thing, and I think I look ridiculous. But anyways, please enjoy. While you watch me work out, hopefully you're still watching anyways, I want to share a few of my strategies for a successful and sustainable fitness plan. The first thing is to actually have a plan, not just wing it, which is my typical go-to and probably why I haven't been successful in the past. So I'll be spending one day a week planning my meals and workouts for the week to help reduce the stress of worrying about it after a long work day. According to Crystal, skipping and jumping rope is a really effective way to get cardio in if you're short on time. I believe her. I'll still complain about it though. My primary focus currently will be on upper body strength and core strength. I feel that I have a fairly strong lower body because I have been running, walking, and hiking for the past few months, and that has really strengthened my leg muscles. Core work will help me strengthen all of the muscles that help keep me upright while running and hiking, so to continue building these muscles and in turn help my endurance. I've already injured myself once while running back in the winter because my glutes were too weak, and I don't want that to happen again. Yes, glutes are a part of your core, according to Crystal anyways in her Pilates training. It seems pretty legit, so I trust her. Pro tip, your shirt doubles as a sweat rag. One of the best things about working with somebody who's a certified personal trainer is that you get really good tips on form so that you can ensure that you're doing the exercises properly. That's exactly what's happening here. Just getting some tips. This was the last round of skipping, and I was so excited about it.
How'd your workout go?
It was hard. That's what she said. I mean, I did it, and I recognize that a lot of people probably couldn't do that workout, but there's still a lot of room for improvement, and that's the point of this fitness journey is where's my room for improvement? What should I be working on? We had a lot of conversation about form and what kind of movements I should be doing to improve strength in different muscles. I had no idea what the workout was going to be. Crystal planned this, but that's why it's amazing to have a best friend who's also a personal trainer and a yoga teacher and a Pilates instructor.
She does videos on YouTube for all of those things. I'll link the channel in the description.
I feel like your yoga teacher training benefits you in a lot of ways, because I feel like your form, especially watching you do squats and lunges, knowing where your knee should be aligned, and even though your wrists were hurting, like seeing some of your alignment was spot on without having to tell you, and knowing that you had that type of experience and that body awareness going in, I knew I could push you a little bit harder than I would somebody who's new to fitness. And we've also trained together before in the past.
For the past 20 years or so.
Yeah, so I kind of like, I know where you're at, and knowing that you're a little bit weaker in the core, I really wanted to target your glutes today and see where that could be improved.
It's pushing myself to do those movements that I hate doing, like the lunges. I never do those because I friggin' hate them.
Yeah, most people hate lunges.
Yeah, so I avoid doing them, and even if I did have a workout planned that included lunges, I would either do something stupid like push myself to do the reps that I had written down and hurt myself, or I would do it once and be like, oh, that's over, it's canceled.
And we talked about planning your workouts in advance. So I mentioned something that's really important that I do for myself, because it is hard to self-motivate, especially when you're tired and you're in the medical profession and you have a busy work schedule, and sometimes your day being mentally exhausting is enough to drain you physically. And it's that whole thing where even though if you sit all day but you're super busy and you're mentally drained, when you come home the only thing you want to do is sit because you feel like you need that rest time. So self-motivating for a workout is extremely difficult, and if you're planning your workouts last minute or just winging it, you're not going to be as productive as you could have been. You're not going to push yourself nearly as hard as you would have been if you planned your workouts the way you plan your meals. So on Sunday when you're doing a meal prep, which do your meal prep.
Shots fired. I get it. I'll do my meal prep. That's another one of my goals to hit.
But on Sundays when you're doing your meal prep for the week, do your fitness prep as well. It's good to pre-plan those workouts so that when you come home from work on Thursday and you're tired, if you were to just, wing a workout, you might get through a few movements before you just sit down and stretch for the rest of the time, especially being a yogi. To take your fitness to the next level, you need to start adding more resistance, and you need to have that progressive overload. You need to work a little bit harder. Having specific muscle groups that you want to target, it's much more efficient to do that with weight training or with resistance training, whether it be body weight or with weights, but preferably you're going to be using weights. And so having that pre-planned workout when you come home and you're tired, you look at it and you're just kind of on automatic at that point once you get into that habit, and you just do it. Yeah. Another thing that I noticed was, for example, on your Russian twists, when you got tired at the end, you started moving faster to get them over with, and you don't want to do that. If you're going to do them with bad form, it's better to do them not at all. The quality of the movement is so much more important than the quantity, especially before we've built up that core strength. You don't want to injure yourself.
I clearly don't have abs, but
everybody has abs.
there's muscles in there.
Everybody has abs.
Okay, I don't have a six-pack.
You don't have a visible six-pack. Everybody has a six-pack.
Cue weird body image moment where I criticize myself. This is something I'm actively working on, to stop criticizing my own body, because it's really strong and it can do really friggin' amazing things, and we all need to be easier on ourselves and just love ourselves for who we are. Okay, I'm done. Thanks, rant over.
Okay, let's go have coffee.
You want coffee?
Yeah.
I think you earned coffee.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for being here. I have Instagram. If you want to go check that out, it's a lot of yoga and different fun things that I do.